everyone, and welcome to this edition of Oak Talks, our very own opportunity to create a platform for Oakland's small business community to talk about their hopes, their dreams, their challenges, and aspirations for running businesses here in the city of Oakland. I'm your host today. I'm Christy Johnston Limon. I'm the Deputy Director of Economic and Workforce Development here, and welcome to K-Top Studios. So today we're going to be hearing from 3 locally owned independent businesses in Oakland. Why does that matter? Well, because businesses are the heart and soul of our city. Here in Oakland, we are a small business town in the town. Almost 100%, I would say about 93% of businesses here in Oakland are run by families, by independent business owners, and so they are a core part of why we call Oakland, Oakland. And so I'm glad you're here with us today. I also want to thank our partners, the Oakland Fund for Public Innovation. What they've done is they have embedded what we're calling cultural strategists into city government. And so today's Oak Talks series was brought to you by our cultural strategist, who is the owner of the Bay Area Organization of Black-Owned Businesses, Baobab. And with that, I want to welcome Yvette Holtz over here to give you a little bit more information about our cultural strategist and what you're going to hear today. Please welcome Yvette Holtz.
Thank you, Christy. It is amazing to see all these beautiful faces in the audience today. I'm so happy y'all are here. And I also just really honor the opportunity to work with EWD and your team, Christy. It's been amazing. And if it hadn't been, we wouldn't be able to have birthed this amazing program. Oak Talks is really the response to the question, how do we get qualitative information about the life and experience of small businesses in Oakland? And in my opinion, the best way to do that was to ask them directly and to give them the opportunity to really speak and be heard, and not just listened to, but heard. And that's what Oak Talks is. And today, as Christy said, we have 3 speakers. Our first is a business owner who's rooted in deep East Oakland, a homeowner, a business owner, and a community engaged person who is doing work with youth and also with retail that is bringing a message to Oakland. Chauncey Jackson is the founder owner of Oakland Don't Play, and if you would please join me in welcoming her to the stage.
Good morning. Thanks. Thank you guys for coming today. As Yvette said, I'm Chauncey Jackson. Oakland Don't Play is actually in my backyard. We are a short walk from the Coliseum. So I started Oakland Don't Play in 2020. Oakland Don't Play was a rise to a lot of gentrification and discrimination that we had started to see in Oakland. 2020, we had the Barbecue Becky incident, and a lot of other things like that with the Proud Boys walking around Oakland. And we said, Oakland don't play that. Stuff like that doesn't happen here. Nationally, we're used to seeing things like that, but not here. So Oakland Don't Play was my way of putting out a message on clothing to let people know this is not how we rock. We put out some pretty controversial, in-your-face designs denouncing white supremacy and also highlighting our Blackness. But the city said they wanted more. They wanted more things from us, more designs, and that's what we did. In 2022, we opened our storefront in our backyard. And our storefront also doubles as a event space. So we host parties and do a lot of different things for our community. Some of the events that we do are backpack giveaways, where we're able to provide over 100 backpacks and free haircuts for children. We also do Halloween parties, Easter egg hunts, and things like that. As you can see, we have the firefighters, and we have other community groups come in so that the people in our community can build bridges with the people that are serving us, right? We believe at Oakland Don't Play, if we invest in the youth and our community, that eventually those kids are going to grow up, and those kids are going to be a part of the change. And then if our community knows each other, then if something's happening outside, I can call my neighbor. I know the guy across the street. I know our store man, right? So our events help cultivate that community. Despite all the great things that we do at Oakland Don't Play, there will be people who never get to experience it. There will be people who never see Oakland the way that I see Oakland. Why? Right? Because we're in deep East Oakland, and this is what it looks like around the corner. All these pictures I took on my walk. I walk my dogs every morning. We walk up 85th, past the 81st Library, make a right on San Leandro Boulevard, make a right at the Coliseum, and we head home. This is disgusting. It's unsanitary. It's scary for somebody who's not from Oakland. But I'm from here. And I know what Oakland is. And I know what Oakland can be. But when people are coming for these different events at the Coliseum, they don't know our background. They've only heard the things on social media or the news, the negative things about Oakland. And when they see this trash, it's a confirmation. Obviously, would you want to walk with your kids down this street after a ball game? Would you?
No.
Right? So the people who are, all this foot traffic that's coming to the Coliseum, coming through the BART station, we'll never see it. Right? Yeah, obviously this is a deterrent for sales and things like that. But it's also unfair to the people who live in these communities. I shouldn't have to pack my dogs up and go to Alameda or go to San Leandro Marina for a clean, peaceful walk. Most people go for a jog in their neighborhoods. I do, but most won't. In addition to the trash, we have the abandoned cars. Those abandoned cars attract crime. People with mental health and substance abuse issues are coming scavenging for parts. Do you think they're stopping at that vehicle once they're in our neighborhoods? They're not. So for the people who are in the community, we are affected by this. But if I was a tourist, I wouldn't park my rental car on this street either. Right? So as I spoke about, these are some of the things that are impacting us, right? And when you see things like that, it gives us an additional, a loss of confidence in our city. We're paying taxes. We're paying waste management. But yet, this is happening. I know you guys get it. Dumping is an issue. It's preventing tourism. It's preventing our economy from growing. And we have a great opportunity with the Coliseum corridor. But what can we do about it? I do want to say, I'm sure there are people in this room who are a part of initiatives and have tried things. And I want to say thank you. I've been in Oakland all my life, so I know that this deep East Oakland trash situation is not new. I've seen things tried. And today I just want to propose a couple ideas. Right? There are amazing things that the city already offers, like free dumping. Once a month, you go to the dump, it's free. I want you guys to think outside the box, to consider even an initiative like that. That's great. But that's assuming that people have vehicles to get to the dump. What about the people who can't get there? And I'm not talking about the unhoused population. There are people without vehicles. In addition to that, there could be a situation where a family of 5 is in a 1-bedroom apartment and there's a very small can. If they have any celebration or engagement, their trash can is overflown. When your trash is overflown, waste management will not pick up the trash. They just skip on past it. So I just want you guys to think outside the box when we're thinking about the people who are dumping and the initiatives that can be put in place. And I would like to say, on these walks with my dogs, there is a lot of this trash that is construction related. Unhoused people aren't painting houses. They're not coming with these couches. So I don't know if, I know when we plan parties and we request permits, we have to provide a plan to say, hey, this is what we're going to do with our recycles. This is what we're going to do with our trash. Is there something like that in place for developers? I'm not sure. My apologies for not doing my research if it is. But these are the things we have to consider. 311 is another amazing initiative that the city has. You see abandoned car, you see trash, you call 311, they send a dispatcher, next day it's gone. I mean, it's kudos to anybody who's a part of that initiative. It works great. But can we be proactive? We have the data from the high dumping areas. Can we add dumpsters to those areas? Can we maybe take one of the drivers from the route and just have them just dump those cans? I may be oversimplifying it, but I don't really think we have much to lose. Some may say it's going to welcome more trash. I'm not sure it can get any worse than that. So today, I want to encourage you all to think outside the box. If there is a way for us to be proactive in some of these situations, let's try it. There are people who live in these communities. It's not just industrial. There are people who walk their dogs. I've met a lot of my neighbors on morning walks. I see a lot of people walking their children, walking past trash or walking in the street. And we know walking in the crosswalk in Oakland is not safe. So, thank you guys. I appreciate it. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to take questions.
The real reason why I even decided to stand up, because I just wanted to say shout out to you. You went through whatever you done been through in the town, like everything. And you still dreaming. You still thinking transformation. What makes you tick? What makes you continue to believe?
Man, that's a good question. I love Oakland. I love Oakland a lot. Oh, goodness, don't start. But I really love my city, and I know I'm 34 years old, and I knew what it was. And I have an older sister who's in the audience, and she talks about, like, the lake, when the lake used to have the big concerts. And I remember going to Ann One, when Ann One used to come to the Coliseum, and the Silver Bowl being at the Coliseum, and it was safe. Like, it was always Oakland, but it was safe enough for us to be able to ride our bikes or walk to parties. We used to walk from Seminary to like 85th. I think about that now, and it's like, I have a son that's 6 years old, and I want him to be able to experience the Oakland that I experienced. I have family that's migrating out of the state because, they want to get bang for their buck and they don't want to have to fight with the crime. And I'm invested. I don't want to move out and later on, years later, they're talking about metropolitan Oakland, and we, and I'm on the outside now. It's worth it, and I'm willing to thug it out and taking opportunities like this to speak and come up with ideas. I mean, literally, we talk about this stuff all the time. So,
I'm with you.
Absolutely.
thank you.
I hear everything you're saying. I hear about your business, homework, got a lot of great stuff going on. Congrats to you. Have you ever thought about politics in Oakland?
Yes. I mean, I've thought about the idea. I've met some amazing people in politics. Truva Reed was a council person, but my council person, who showed up to our backpack giveaways and showed me that politicians are real people. I feel like Oakland is a real place, and it needs real people to be making decisions for us. So at some point, maybe. But I feel like as in the meantime, I will be a resource and be utilized by officials. I'm like ear to the street. I could be the first line of defense.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shanti. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I know it takes a lot to stand up and present like that. And I also want folks to know how much work the speakers really have put in to being present today. I mean, we put out a call, who would like to speak to an audience of city staffers, department directors, and electeds on issues related to your business. And we got a great response, but at the same time, it is something that takes time and effort. We have at least 4 meetings with our speakers prior to the Oak Talks talk, and we really help to identify the message and the point that's attempting to be made. And in this case, not just attempting, but actually being made. So Ashe is for real. Thank you so much.